Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm here to do another Mass Make Monday. Once again, I'm following Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I have made these before, as I'm sure many of us have. They're one of my favourites actually. It's a double corner pocket in a torn style. So the front is a pocket and then of course the whole thing is a pocket. And it uses up some scraps, so that's always a plus as well. So that is my little prototype. So what we want to get is some cardstock that we want to use, ideally scraps. So I started with a couple of pieces of this acorn paper. I've got this music sheet cardstock. I had a 6x6 of this, and yeah, we're just going to use these. So this is what I used for one of the pockets, and I'm thinking if I can figure it out, we can use this one for another one. Might as well get all the scraps used up where we can. So essentially you just want to tear a little pocket. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. I tear backwards when I do these because otherwise you end up with this like white core if you pull forwards. So if I show you, I'm just going to see how big I want this one to be. So essentially this thumb I'm tearing backwards that way, like so. And of course I'm keeping an eye on how wide I'm doing the pockets as well. Ideally you want to aim for something like, I don't know, shall we say, what would that be, 4.5 inches wide at the widest part? 4.25. So yeah, I think, you know, 4.25, 4.5, 4 inches, that kind of thing is probably about right. And that's all there is to it. I mean, other than gluing these together, that's literally it. I mean, how easy is that? Of course, I'm going to sit here and decorate them after we've done them. But yeah, if you would like to give these a go, now's your chance. Now's your little reminder. So I'm just going to glue this one with 2 sides. So yeah, I have done these before many times. The torn pocket look is actually one of my favourite kind of pockets because they're easy to do. You don't have to worry about like gussets and measuring and straight lines and all the rest of it. You know, the point is for them to look quite rustic, which I do like. And yeah, you can, you know, get something together really very quickly, which is a plus as well. So yeah, I'm glad this one's popped up in the mass makes. So what I've gone with is like the plain backing piece and a more decorative piece for the front, because then they don't really want a whole lot of decorating, if any. I just went with a little bit of lace, a bit of sparkly eyelash trim and a label. I don't, you know, that's kind of all I'm going to do with these, but I'm going to do it mass make style. So we are going to, yeah, just get a bunch of these done. And as I say, I'm just trying to use up these scraps that I've got, really. Okay. Now, just trying to decide. This scrap is a lot smaller, so I think I'm actually going to tear some tiny little triangles out of this one. And I'm just going to sort of see what I think to that. Oh yeah, how cute is that? These ones might want a little bit more decoration because we've got the plainer music sheet in the front, but we'll just play it by ear. Essentially, I just want to get these scraps used up, so I thought I might as well use these rather than tearing into big sheets. And it's good to have pockets of all sizes, isn't it, really? You know, if you've got diddy little pockets and bigger pockets and stuff, you know, different sized ephemera to go in them, different sized pages, etc. Obviously, I enjoy making my ephemera in advance, so it's always handy to have different sizes of things. I think my music sheet's upside down, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think anyone will notice. Shh, don't tell anyone. how do I do this one? Just trying to get as much out of this paper as I can because it's so, so lovely. That's it. Yeah, I did tear it upside down. What woolly. It doesn't matter. Right, can I use that scrap somehow? Probably. How do I do that? If I go that way. So Justine, what did you do today? I sat and tore bits of paper. I just try to decide whether that's worth using. Yeah, I don't see why not. Ideally it would be a bit bigger. I'm going to go over here. Oh, I've confused myself now. I've turned it upside down. I've done it again. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, this music sheet is just determined to be upside down. It's not my fault. It clearly just wants to be upside down. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I need to make that a little bit shorter. And that's the good thing about these is, you know, because you can just sit here and tear the pieces. You just tear them until they kind of go together. There you go. You can still see the acorns, the pine cones rather, not acorns. They're pine cones, Justine. Oh, you gotta love this craft. You know, what other craft can you just sit and tear bits of paper and actually make something useful, you know? Not very many crafts, I would say. If you do know of any others, let me know, because, you know, I might want to check something out. That's it. Getting really gluey fingers, I don't know why. Not doing anything particularly complicated and I'm getting in a gluey mess. That's that. Oop, and I'm throwing things. Okie dokie, so that's that done. So what scraps have we got left? Can we do anything with them? Those ones are going in the bin. I've got, you know what, I'm actually going to keep it because that's really nice. I'm going to do something with that. I know I'm crazy, but that one I'm going to throw. And these ones I will keep. Oh, I'm going to have to do some kind of like fancy, oh, I tell you what, sorry, I'm getting on a thingy now. If you had a book page, that could just go right the way through your middle of your book page, chopped down, and then you'd have this like torn paper effect going through your journal card. Clearly those are in our futures. That'll be the next mass make. Will be a torn paper effect journal cards. There you go, something like that. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one first because I know that I want to do something similar to the first one. And I tell you what I've done. I've made them all go the same way, haven't I? So I'm wondering if I should maybe tear this one a bit different. It's because I'm right-handed. I'm sure that's it. But I'm thinking if I turn it on its side and just tear that a little bit better. Because it's non-directional paper, there we go. We have now left and a right version. That's better, isn't it? That's another reason to love this type of pocket is, you know, especially if you're using the non-directional paper, you can just make it up as you go along, you know, and they're brilliant. Okay, so I think that's a bit too big, so let's break that down a bit. So I've just got some soft lace, which I'm just going to kind of like see if I can squidge, if that's a word, in the corner. Just ruffle it up a little bit with the glue. Only a little bit, just to add a bit of texture. Oops. I'm trying not to cover up too many pine cones, you see. Which is why I'm going at a bit of a slant with this one. But yeah, just a little bit of a kind of just smudge it. If that is that even a word, I don't know. But it adds like a little bit of texture. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's there. And then I've got little bits of eyelash trim for the frost. And then I'm just trying to use some, you know, labels and things, because I just want them to be quite simple, I think. I don't think it wants a huge amount of stuff. I forgot to put my glue upside down. I don't know if the art glitter glue will stick this down, but we'll try. And then, as I say, the label just keeps that, in theory, the glue just keeps the eyelash trim in place. But because I'm using the art glitter glue, I have to hold it down a bit. That's it. I know this date says October. You can get frost in October sometimes. We don't much anymore in the UK. We used to, I think. We used to have cold Octobers, but now October's quite mild for us. But in other countries, like Canada, I'm sure you get snow in Canada. Oops, sorry, jogging you. Frost in Canada. I don't know. You have to tell me if you're from Canada. Right, oh, there's two there. So can this one go a different way? Obviously this has got the music sheet, so it's a bit more directional, isn't it? I'm just going to throw out the rules. Right, I feel like I should do a little bit more with this because we've only got the music sheet. So I'm just going to reach for these pine cones just to start me off, like so. Is it too pine coney now though? I do think it was a bit too many pine cones, so I've just gone back to the original plan. And you know, I don't want to take away from the paper, you see, which is why I'm doing it this way. So yeah, just the same sort of deal really, but that's fine. It'll be good to have a few things with the labels on, because I don't think I've used very many labels recently. You know, I went through a period of using like labels on absolutely everything, and I love how labels look, so don't get me wrong. If you want to use labels on everything, you go right ahead. You know, no one should tell you shouldn't, kind of thing. But yeah, it's I went out of the habit of using the labels for a bit, so it feels good to have some labels on things again. But I have just reminded myself through doing this that I do need to go through and actually you know, fussy cut some more labels out, because even though I haven't used any for a while, I don't have a ton left, and part of me's thinking, is the reason I haven't been using them because I knew that I had to, you know, cut some out. So subconsciously, I don't know, maybe I knew I was running low or something, I don't know. And these bits of eyelash trim, just a little bit of a sparkle there, have come out of my, I've got like a jar that sits on my desk full of little lace and little bits like this basically, that I can then use for little decorations and things. So it's good to get some stuff used out of there as well. I definitely want to make more of a conscious effort to start using things more, because you know, you go through a period where you kind of forget that you've got things. I think I just need to put a little bit more glue on that one. At least that's what happens to me anyway. You know, you end up with all these supplies and you kind of forget that you've got them, you know. Could have done with a little bit more eyelash trim under that one, but that's okay. As I said, they're just using up scraps and things, so all good. I might very well add more to them, you know. Oh, I'm trying so hard not to over decorate. But and I've lost my pen. It's hiding under the eyelash trim. Yeah, I might very well add more to them when I come to use them. But I think for now, the label probably is just fine, because then, you know, the pine cones behind can stand out more then, can't they? So that is those. That is maybe not the fastest mask to make that we've done so far, but certainly one of the easiest ones, isn't it? So I hope you like them, and I'm glad that I was able to turn some of them around to give me different variations. And I'm glad that I got different sizes as well, just from using up the scraps. As I say, I didn't want to tear into anything that hadn't started yet, so that's good. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you would like to give these a go, and thank you to Tina for her videos, her weekly challenge, you know, to get us out of our comfort zones and trying new things. And sometimes they're just handy as a reminder for the things that we can do. You know, if you're sitting with your scraps, it's not always easy to know what to do with them next. So these challenges help you with ideas and stuff, don't they? So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you as always for keeping me company. I'm just tidying up as I say my goodbyes so that it actually gets done. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching these videos. I hope that you're getting something out of them. I am quite ahead with videos at the moment, so of course, you know, if you have been telling me in the comments that you're enjoying my videos, then that's good. I'm glad, obviously. It's just because I film in advance, I don't know what people are saying about the videos until, you know, nearer the time, and by that point I'm a few videos ahead again. So if my comments don't make sense because you've been telling me you're enjoying them, then yeah, ignore it. But this is my way of saying thank you for letting me know, and thank you for watching, and, you know, thanks for keeping me company. I'm glad to be able to be here with you today. That's it. I'm saying goodbye. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll speak soon. Have a lovely rest of your week.